and welcome to another episode of Just a Teen. I'm so excited you're here. So now, it's time to sit back, relax, and enjoy. Hi, and welcome to another episode of Just a Teen. So today, I'm here with Udoka from Australia. Udoka, how are you doing?
I'm doing good. So nice to be on the podcast today.
Of course, and it's so nice to have you here. So,
Thank you.
what's it like being a teen in Australia?
It's really fun. I think Australia, there's a lot of independence. So once you're like 15, 16, there's so many things you can do. You can get a job, you can go out, stay out a bit later, you catch your own Uber. So you get to do a lot of things on your own, which I think is really nice.
That sounds amazing. I guess talking about, doing things on your own, what are some things that activities that you most like to do or that you like to do independently?
So I have a part-time job right now, so it's really fun to like be able to work and make my own money.
Of course.
For fun, me and my friends, we usually go to the malls because there are a lot of malls in Australia. So I've been to only a few, so it's always nice to go to a few more malls. And it's always different. There's always something else you could do, something else to see. So we just like to like look around. So that's what I do with my friends.
Yes, malls are great. Do you have like a favorite store in the mall?
Um, I think right now for clothing, I like Cotton On because it's really big and they're like a lot of good clothes. So that would be for clothing. My favorite store, I love the cinema. So I'm always in the cinema. Like anytime I'm in the mall, I usually watch a movie as well. So
Awesome. Have you seen like any good movies recently?
actually the last one me and my friend saw was the Transformers, the
Mm.
animated one. And surprisingly it was actually really good. Like we actually liked it because
Oh,
we thought
wow.
because it was like yeah, because we thought because it was animated, it would be like boring, but it was really good actually. Yeah.
Awesome. Yes, I mean, I think a good movie I watched recently is Wicked. I'm not sure if
Yeah,
it's in
it
theaters. It
is. It
probably is
is.
in theaters, so you
Yeah.
should just totally watch it. It's really good. But
Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
movies are really fun for sure. Um, and we also have Conan on here in the US, and I'm sure it's like I think it's like a worldwide brand, so that's really cool.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I guess shifting gears a bit, talking about school. I know something really interesting about Australia is your seasons are kind of inverted. So do you
Yeah.
want to talk about like so right now you're on summer break, right?
Yeah, we are.
How's
Yeah.
summer break been going for you?
It's been going well. I think summer is really fun in Australia compared to winter because it's a bit better. I think winter is, I don't really like the cold, so I do like summer, but I think it is a bit weird just because I have friends in other parts of the world and they're all doing like winter holiday. There's like all the snow and all the fun like Christmassy things. So I think Christmas here is a bit different just because it's summer instead of winter.
Oh wow, yeah. It's Christmas in the sand, not Christmas in the snow.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow. And how was did you celebrate Christmas?
We actually did go to the beach. So yeah, it was literally in the sand. Yeah,
So fun. Make a sandman instead of a snowman.
exactly. Yeah. It's a bit, yeah, but it was fun.
Really cool though. I feel like that's a different vibe, but it's still a fun vibe for
Yeah,
sure.
it is for sure. Yeah. Just like
So
different traditions.
are there like any specific traditions like Christmas time traditions or just general holiday traditions in Australia that maybe differ from other places?
I think in Australia, it's mostly like there are a lot of lights. So in the city, there's all the Christmas lights and all of that. And like, because it's summer, everyone is at the beach. So probably like just the beach and then like the city with all the lights at nighttime. Um, for my family, it's mostly like we all come together during Christmas. So we barely see each other during like the rest of the year. But Christmas is always really fun because everyone's like together, there's food. It's just like catching up time for my family. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great holiday.
Yeah,
Um,
it is.
so I guess talking a little bit about school life. I know you're on break right now, but so you're going into 12th grade, right? Which is the final year of high school for you guys. So what are some classes you've taken in school that you think are like unique to Australia or just to your school in general? And maybe do you want to guide us through like a little average day in your life, like school day in your life?
Yeah. I think Australia is a bit different because I took the SATs like a while back, so I know a bit about like the US curriculum, just a bit. And we have we split up a lot of subjects. So English, there's like three different English. So there's literature, there's English, and there's EAL. So
Oh, wow.
basically, if you're like, because Australia is really like culturally diverse, there are a lot of people who English is like their second language, their third language. So if you're new to English, you could do EAL. So it's like really easy. If you're like medium like me, I don't really like English, but it's not my second language, so I do the normal one. And then literature is for like those who really like English. And it's the same thing for math as well. There's like four different math. So like if you're not very good at math, you do foundation. So I don't know how other countries do it, but I think Australia is like one is the first place I've been to where there's like different subjects based on like your understanding of it. So I'm really good at math, so I do the two harder ones, methods and specialists. And yeah, and then I do English as well and biology and chemistry. So those are like my five subjects. So here we do just five. And I think that's also really good because right from like year 11, you're already picking the subjects you need for uni. So it's more like you can really focus on the things you actually need. So these are the five I do right
Cool.
now.
Do you have a favorite
Nothing.
one?
Definitely specialist. I think it's really hard, but it's really fun as well. And my teacher is really good.
Great. Um, so I mean, what's like your typical like school schedule? Like when do you get up? How do you get to school? And do you do like any extracurricular activities outside of school? Like how does an average day kind of look like for you?
Yeah, so my school's like really close to my house and there's a bus as well. But where I live, the buses aren't really like it's a new suburb, so we don't have all the bus like the public buses run here. So I have to book it on my phone. So instead of like the normal one, I use like a flexi. So you have to book it like a few days before so you get like a specific time. But it's getting more like crowded because a lot more people are moving in here. So it's a bit harder to get like the proper bus. So sometimes I'm a bit late to school. But school starts around like 9 a.m. So I usually wake up at like 7 and I like prepare and everything. And around like maybe 8:30, the bus will probably be here. And because of traffic as well, because it's really getting like populated, it could take us like 30, 40 minutes to be in school. So sometimes I'm late, but like I do prepare early and all of that. So I think once the bus system becomes a bit better, it'll be easier to like get to school. It's the same thing coming back as well. Sometimes I'm home later just because of the bus, but school is just from 9 a.m. to 3:10. So it's not a very long day. Yeah, and we do like three subjects on average every day. So it's like really long classes, but it's one subject. And sometimes the teachers are a bit more lenient. So we do have like brain breaks, we play games sometimes. So it's just a lot more like really specialized learning because you're doing really few subjects.
That sounds really good. And also getting up at 9 a.m. I mean, school starting at 9 a.m. sounds amazing. I mean, I
It
know a lot
is,
of
yeah.
US schools start very early. My school
Yeah.
starts like my first bell is like 7:40, so that's not crazy early, but I'd much rather start at 9, obviously. But I really like the
It's
idea
really
that
good.
yeah, it sounds great. Sleep is really important, especially for teens. So I love how they do that in Australia. So after school, do you do any sports after school or any other activities or clubs?
Yeah, so I'm not like really good at sport. I tried volleyball, but
Same.
it's like not for me. So I'm more of like into like leadership and all of that. So last year I was a learning leader for my school. So sometimes we organize like activities and all of that at school. So during break times, I might be helping out with that, or after school, if we have like meetings or anything like that, I can stay back. So I'm also do leadership at school. Yeah.
Awesome. Um, okay, so I guess talking about activities and stuff, do you have any like, non-academic hobbies or stuff you like to do kind of outside of school?
I'm I love watching movies, like I said.
Oh
So if
yeah.
I'm not in the cinema, I'm usually like watching movies on my phone as well.
Yeah,
Besides that, I really like music. So I'm always usually like listening to music or like killing people's ears with my singing. But yeah, I really like music as well.
same. I love music. Do you have any favorite like musical artists or any favorite songs?
Um, Right now, I really like Billie Eilish. I think
Yes.
her songs are really good right now. I do listen to a bit like less popular artists as well. I really like French music. I don't know what it is, but French music gets me every time. It's just so good. Yeah.
It's very relaxing. I like French music too. Oh, I didn't ask you, but do you in school are you required to take like a foreign language other than English?
Um, No, we actually aren't. English is like the only compulsory subject, so you could do anything else. Like English is the only thing you have to do. Yeah.
So math isn't even compulsory?
It's not
Oh,
compulsory.
I'm so
Everyone here
jealous
is
of you
so
guys.
happy about that. Everyone here loves it. Like math is not compulsory.
That is
Yeah.
great. That is very flexible. I mean, I know with my school at least it's kind of rigid. Like you have to do 4 years of English, 4 years of math, 3 years of science. So it's not like so much flexibility, but it is what it is. But that's really cool.
Yeah, school here is like really flexible. Like if you want to do psychology in uni, you don't have to do it in high school. Like there's pathways for everything. Like you don't have to, even if you don't do, you could even like not finish high school and still get to uni eventually. There's
Wow.
like TAFE and all of that. So school here is really flexible actually. Yeah.
That sounds great. I mean, talking about university, um, what does the process look like to get into college or university? I'm not sure if you guys differentiate between the two because I know some countries do and don't, but what's the process to get into that in Australia?
So we don't differentiate between college and university, but I think there is like colleges for if you want to get into uni, but you don't have like everything you need, you have to go to college first before uni. I think there's something like
Okay.
that for a few
Okay.
courses. But here there's something we do called the VCE. So everyone that wants to go to uni has to write that, and then we do like the ATAR system where you basically get ranked against like every other person in the country. So your score doesn't matter as much as like your rank. So if everyone is doing like really bad, for example, but you're like one of the best out of like all the yeah, I don't know if that makes sense, but it's
That
more of
makes
a
sense.
rank.
That makes sense.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah. I think
Cool.
it's like the SAT in terms of like, yeah,
Yeah, it's
it's
like
like,
percentiles kind of instead.
yeah, yeah.
So I know you said you took the SAT. Is that like common for Australian students to also take?
It actually isn't. I took it before I moved here. So it's
Okay.
not very common in Australia to do the SAT. Yeah,
Got it, got it. So it's like depends if you, I mean, unless you want to maybe study at a university in the US or somewhere else,
yeah,
I'm guessing.
yeah. Because everyone here usually goes to uni in Australia. So
Cool. Yeah, I'm sure
yeah,
you guys have some great unis.
we do. Yeah. There's a few good ones.
Yes. Do you know like what you want to head into potentially?
So I'm probably gonna do something in the medical field. So
Oh,
I might do like there's like really good medicine. Like medicine here is a really good course. So I might do something like that. And I'm thinking Uni Mill. I think it's like one of the more popular unis in Australia, but I did like a 3 day camp there and it's a really good uni. It was really fun. So I think that would be my dream uni.
yes, you're gonna get in, and that sounds really great. Um, yeah, I actually just got done with my like application process. I'm not sure how that like when the applications for you take place, but there was a lot of essay writing, so I'm hoping you guys don't have to write as many essays for yours.
Yeah, I don't think we do. Actually, I feel like the application in the US is like so hard. Like I've been seeing a lot of things on my LinkedIn about like getting into uni in the
I mean,
US.
it's not like so hard. It's just writing the essays can take a lot of like brain power to think like what you want to convey for sure. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, I guess it's good because you're not just based off of a score in a way, like you can compensate in other areas. But yeah, I mean, college admissions is stressful either way. So,
Yeah. I think for
um,
sure in Australia, it's more your score. So the
yeah,
ATAR is like the most important thing here. Yeah.
yes, and good luck with that.
Yeah.
So I guess shifting gears a little bit because I don't want to, you're on summer break, so you probably don't want to think about school too much.
Yeah.
Um, so just talking like Australian culture in general, is there anything you think like that would be surprising to someone for someone to hear about like Australian culture, like or that they wouldn't expect necessarily?
Honestly, I think Australians are just like really laid back. They're really chill people. Maybe the accent. I think a lot of people like the Australian accent, but
Yes.
it can like the really deep ones can be really hard to understand and it can be really funny as well. So yeah, I didn't think the accent is like as good, but yeah.
Are there any like Australian holidays or like specific celebrations in Australia?
So they do have a few for like the World War I and II actually. There's like Anzac Day. I don't know if that's in the US as well. And there's
Not
like a lot of memorials just for like the wars.
Yes.
And also the Melbourne Cup as well, like the Australian football, that's really big here as well. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, you guys call it football, not soccer, correct?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. Yes.
AFL actually.
Every
They
other
have
country in the
AFL.
world except for the US, I think, actually.
Yeah.
Awesome. Um, so what's like the climate slash weather in Australia? Like, how would you describe it? Is it like kind of hotter year round? Is it kind of four seasons?
Yeah, so I live in Melbourne, and I think there's a joke about it that like Melbourne has like mood swings and all of that. Like the weather changes like all the time. It'll be really hot, and then 5 minutes later, it's like heavily raining and windy. And then 5 minutes later, it's like sunny again. So it's
Funny.
like there's no specific weather. Even it was supposed to become hot like ages ago, but it took a while before it actually started getting hot. It was really cold for so long. So we were like, are we even gonna have summer? But it came eventually. So the weather isn't really stable in Melbourne. Yeah.
That makes it more fun though, I guess.
It depends because like you might not be prepared for like hail and then it starts hailing and you're like, okay. So
Hail is
yeah.
crazy, wow.
Yeah. It happened a few weeks back and like the same day happened, people were already putting it on their Instagram. Like it's a thing in Melbourne, yeah.
Wow, wow. That is cool. I'm not sure if it's cool, but you never know what to wear.
It depends. It depends. It depends. It can be sometimes, but not all the time. Like, this one time we finished school, so I was like standing outside for my boss, and it didn't really say the weather would be bad, and it just like started raining like so heavily, and
Oh
everyone had to like
no.
stand up like inside the cubicle because it was so heavy. Like, it's
Oh
fun
no.
sometimes.
I guess you just always gotta have an umbrella with you, just in case.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Cool. Um, so everyone loves food. Do you have like a specific specific Australian dish that or something popular that people eat in Australia that you would recommend or that you like to eat?
I think my family, like, they eat a lot of lasagna. I don't know. I personally don't like it, but if you're like a fan of cheese and all of that,
I am
you could
actually.
try that. Yeah. So that would probably be really good. Like if you like cheese. I actually hated cheese before I moved here, but I think I've actually had a few good ones that I actually like. There's a lot of different types of cheese, so some of them I like, but I'm still not yet a fan of like lasagna. But everyone here really likes it. So yeah, probably tried that. Yeah.
Yes, lasagna is good. I like lasagna. And I really like cheese. Like it's literally my favorite food. So I'm glad you're getting more used to it.
Yeah, I am. Everyone here loves cheese as well. Yeah.
Do you think there's any other fun fact or any other information you'd like to share about living in Australia?
Um, I just think Australia is really like multicultural. So
It's really
you can
cool.
find anything in Australia. Like it doesn't really matter where you're from. There'll probably be like that one restaurant or that one place that makes something really good for like you. So you probably see like food that you would love here. So there's always something for like everyone in Australia. Yeah.
That's great. That's really important too. I definitely want to come
Yeah.
visit. It's just a bit far from me, but I'll try come visit.
Yeah, it's far for everyone. It's far. It's like
That's true
the other
actually.
side of the world. Yeah, it's far for
That's
everyone.
really true. I was just
Yeah.
a bit intimidated. Not sure if this is true, but I know you guys like have some scary animals. Is that true? Like scary spiders,
That's a huge
deadly
stereotype.
jellyfish. Like, is that real?
I think it's a huge stereotype. Like, it depends on where you are. Like, there are so many cities, and my friends will be texting me and like, do you see kangaroos when you cross the road? Like, there's all the memes on Instagram and all of that. But like, it's not very true. Like, if you're in Melbourne or Sydney or like the cities, you probably wouldn't see like anything like that, except you went to like the zoo. So yeah, the cities are like really safe. There are no like animals or anything like that. Yeah.
Yes, I can imagine. I can imagine. I guess it's just fun to think of little kangaroos just hopping around.
Yeah, just crossing the road. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not everywhere. Yeah.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Well, it was so great to talk to you, but actually,
Me
just
too.
looking at the clock, our time is unfortunately up. It went by really
Yeah.
fast for me. Um,
Yeah.
and
Same.
I mean, I'd love to even record a future episode with you because I feel like there's so much to learn about Australia.
Sure. Yeah.
I guess
It's
with
just one of
that,
those
yeah.
places. Yeah.
What did you say?
It's just one of those places just because there's like so many different people here. So
Yes.
yeah.
Like it's pretty big too, and there's a lot to explore for sure.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for joining us,
Yeah.
and
Thank you for
yeah, I
having
hope to
me.
see you soon.
You too.
Bye. Hi, and thank you so much for listening to today's episode of Just a Teen. If you would like to be notified every time we upload a new episode, then please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Spotify, in addition to checking out our social media. In addition, if you are a teen residing anywhere in the world interested in partaking in any of our programs, such as joining our team, participating in our ambassador program, or submitting content to be published, then please check out the link tree in the description for all the forms and information. And of course, check out our website for more general information about Just a Teen. Thank you so much and have a great day.